and the resultant u by norm u is the normalized vector, means is a norm is 1. And so we seen that how the ordinary orthogonal vector is became a orthonormal vector. Now let one example so that the vectors u1, v1 and v3, u1, u2 and u3, which are the orthogonal with respect to the Euclidean inner product on R3. Here not one thing, here we give the Euclidean inner product, means we have to choose the ordinary dot product. We want to verify this given vectors u1, u2, u3 are orthogonal or not. For that we simply write inner product u1 comma u2, that is nothing but dot product of that two u1 and u2 vector. This vector is elements are elements of u1 vector and that are the elements of u2 vector, and dot product of that two vectors 2 3 into 2 3 plus minus 2 by 3 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 into minus of 2 by 3, and the resultant value is 0. So inner product u1 and u2 is 0, means vector u1 and u2 is orthogonal. Now check for u2 and v3 vector. For that write elements of u2 into dot product with u3, and product gives us 0, means inner product u2 u3 0 is means u2 and u3 are orthogonal. Now check for the u3 and u1, write the elements of u3 dot product of with elements of u1, that is the 1/3 into 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 into minus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 into 1 by 3, that is also given, give us 0, means inner product u3 u1 is 0, means vectors u3 and u1 is also orthogonal to each other. Now we also convert this vector into the normalized form, because we need the vectors is as a norm. We verify the given vectors are orthonormal. So we already prove the given u1, u2, u3 is orthogonal. For orthonormal we check each norm of each vectors u1, u2, u3 is 1. So for that we take a norm of u1 is equals to under root of inner product u1 comma u1, that is the nothing but under root of 2 by 3 square, that is the first element of u1, minus 2 by 3, that is the second element of u1, and plus 1 by 3, that is the third element of u1, and the resultant value is 1. So we seen that the vector u1 is norm and orthonormal. Similarly we prove for the u2, a norm of u2 is equals to u2 comma u2 under root is equals to under root of 2 by 3 square plus 1 by 3 square plus minus 2 by 3 square, that is nothing but 1. Also we seen that the u2 is orthonormal, and u3 also, for the u3 we give the norm of u3 is equals to 1. So the u3 u3 is orthonormal. So we since u1 inner product u1 comma u2, inner product u2 comma u3, inner product u3 comma u1 is equals to 0, and norm of three vectors u1, u2, u3 is also 1. So the given three vectors u1, u2, u3 are orthonormal. Now one interesting process, Gram-Schmidt process. We know that in the Gram-Schmidt process we convert any arbitrary basis into the orthogonal basis. For that, here we write the procedure for that. Procedure to convert any arbitrary basis to the orthogonal basis. Let V be any non-zero n-dimensional linear inner product space, and S1, which is the U1, U2, Un is an arbitrary basis for V. The process of constructing an orthonormal basis S2 is equals to V1, V2, Vn from S1 is as follows. Step 1, let V1 is equals to U1, and step 2, find the vectors U2 up to Un successively using the formula. The formula is Ui is equals to Vi is equals to Ui minus inner product Ui comma V1 upon U1 norm of U1 square into V1 minus inner product Ui comma V2 upon V2 square into V2 minus up to so on last term Ui inner product Ui comma Ui minus 1 upon norm of Ui minus 1 square into U of I minus 1. So how this process work? You just given the U1 to a Un basis and you convert this basis into the orthogonal basis by this process. Just take U1 is equals to V1, so we get V1, and V2 up to Vn, that is the find by this formula, and the whole set V1 up to Vn, that is the converted orthogonal set we get. For that, we let one example. Let R3 have the Euclidean inner product. Use the Gram-Schmidt process to transform the basis vector U1 1 0 0, U2 3 7 minus 2, U3 that is the 4 0 4 1 into an orthonormal basis. Here note that we convert this three bases into orthonormal basis, and the Gram-Schmidt process only convert arbitrary basis to the orthogonal, and after that Gram-Schmidt process we have to convert the orthogonal basis by normalizing into the orthonormal basis. For that, step 1, let V1 is equals to U1, that is nothing but 1 0 0, and for instance we have V1 is equals to 1 0 0. Now for V2 and V3, go for the step 2. V2 is equals to U2 minus inner product U2 comma V1 upon norm of V1 square into V1. Write the values U2, that is 3 7 minus 2, inner product U2 comma V1 3 7 minus 2 into 1 0 0. Here note that we know that the in the example we given that we want to convert this with respect to arbitrary Euclidean inner product. So in the Euclidean inner product we just inner product into the dot product. So for that we write this U2 comma V1 in this fashion upon V1 square, that is the 1, because of under root of V1 square is equals to sum of square of V1 element, that is the 1 square plus 0 square plus 0 square, that is nothing but 1, and V1 that is the right 1 0 0. Now simplify this whole equation and we get 0 7 minus 2, that is the V2. Now go for the third element V3, that is equals to, write the equation U3 minus inner product U3 comma V1 upon V1 square norm V1 square into V1 minus inner product U3 comma V2 upon norm of V2 square into V2. is equals to, write the value of u3. Here again I repeat, here we given that the Euclidean inner product, so we write this inner product into the dot product u3 into v1, that is the dot product with u3 element and v1 element upon v1 square, that is the summation of square of each element of v1, that is the 1 square plus 0 square plus 0 square into v1, that is the 1 0 0, minus of dot product of u3 into v2 upon v2 norm of v2 square, that is the summation of square of v2 element, that is the 0 square plus 7 square plus minus 2 square into the product of v2, that is 0 7 minus 2. After the simplifying this whole equation, final result which give 15 by 53 into 0 comma 2 comma 7, and this resultant u1 v1 and v1 v2 v3 element are orthogonal. Now we convert this orthogonal set to the orthonormal set. So for that we convert this orthogonal into orthonormal by normalizing. For that we divide norm by that vector, that is the right w1 is equals to norm v1 upon norm v1, that is the nothing but 1 0 0 upon norm v1 is 1 is equals to 1 0 0. Now normalizing vector basis v2, v2 is w2 is equals to v2 upon norm v2 is equals to v2 is 0 7 minus 2 and under root of 0 plus 49 plus 4, that is the norm of u2 is equals to, simplifying by 0 comma 7 by under root 53 comma minus 2 by 53. Similarly normalizing the vector v3, w3 is equals to v3 upon norm of v3 is equals to 15 by 53 into 0 to 7 upon norm of v3, and the resultant value is in the bracket 0 comma 2 by 53 comma 7 by 53, and this v1 v2 v3 w1 w2 w3 are the orthonormal basis for R3. So in the Gram-Schmidt process, using Gram-Schmidt process, how we convert the arbitrary basis into the orthonormal basis, we seen in this example. Similarly we see that example by using standard inner product function. For that we let one example, R3 of the inner product in this fashion x1 x2 x3 comma y1 y2 y3, that is the inner product of two vectors, that is the given by this equation x1 y1 plus 2 x2 y2 plus 3 x3 y3. Use the Gram-Schmidt process to transform the basis vector u1 is equals to 1 1 1, u2 that is the 1 1 0, u3 is equals to 1 0 0 into the orthonormal basis. Here notice one thing we have to use this function in the inner product of any two factors or basis. For that we solution, for that we take v1 is equals to u1, that is 1 1 1, so we get the first orthogonal vector basis v1, that is the 1 1. For v2 and v3 go for the step 2, v2 is equals to u2 minus inner product u2 v1 upon u1 square v1 square into v1. Put the value of u2. Here we use the given function, that is this function. Using this function we write u2 element 1 1 0, v1 that is 1 1 1, and norm of v1 square, that also we use the norm property of norm in inner product spaces into v1 value of v1 1 1 0 minus 1 1 plus 2 times 1 1 plus 3 times 0 1 that is the first element of u2, first element of v1, and plus 2 times second element of this, plus 3 times third element of these two vectors upon 6. The resultant v2 is equals to 1 half, comma 1 half, comma minus 1 by 2. And the last v3 element, use the equation u3 minus inner product u3 v1 upon v1 square, norm of v1 square into v1 minus u3 comma v2 upon v2 square into v2. Again notice that here we use given inner product function of u2 comma v1. So write the elements u2 into v1 and use the function which are given in the example, and after that the resultant value is 1 plus 0 plus 0 upon root 6 1 1 1 as it is, minus inner product of these two quantities 1 half plus 0 plus 0, and in the denominator 6 upon 4, and v2 is as it is 1 half, comma 1 half, comma minus 1 half, and the final resultant v3 element, that is nothing but 2 by 3, comma minus 1 by 3, comma 0, and this resultant v1 v2 v3 are the orthogonal set. For the orthonormal, we convert this v1 v2 v3 into the orthonormal by normalizing process by in this fashion. W1 is equals to v1 upon norm v1, that is the 1 upon root 6, comma 1 upon root 6, comma 1 upon root 6. W1 2 is equals to v2 upon norm v2, that is the 1 upon root 6, comma 1 upon root 6, comma 1 upon root 6, and finally w3, that is the v3 upon norm of v3, that is the resultant matrix, resultant vector 2 by root 6, comma minus 1 upon root 6, comma 0. So this w1 w2 w3 is the orthonormal basis for R3. So we seen that in the Gram-Schmidt process how they convert any arbitrary basis into the